guys is first, we'll go over a little couple of things. I want to make sure you guys know that Team Unite is a combination of my team and Desiree's team just coming together, and we're building our businesses together. So Team Unite is simply exactly what it is. It's me and Desiree uniting. We are success partners. We are driving home to this bad boy until we see what we want to see and the goals we want to achieve. And we want you guys to know that this is your home for working the business. We have we're working really hard on strong content. We're trying to get more organized. We're trying to create more momentum in here. So we have a lot of things that we're going to be doing in the month of October, such as we're going to have break rooms twice a week. And what break rooms are going to be is they'll be in Team Unite. Well, I'll give you a little teaser here real quickly. But break rooms are going to be on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And they're going to be at, we said 1 p.m. Each of them will be at 1 p.m. So Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm sorry. You guys can make sure you mute. That would be awesome. Let me get over here real quickly to my calendar. That would probably help me a whole lot. So
are you nauseous?
We're going to have these things called.
Yourself. Everybody mute yourself.
Everybody mute.
Or you might have to mute and
I think I got it. Okay. So we're going to have these things in Team Unite starting in October called break rooms. Okay. So what they are is they are going to be on Tuesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern time, or I'm sorry, 1 p.m. on Tuesdays, and then Thursdays at 1 p.m. Eastern time. And what that will be is on those days and those times for the whole month of October, we're going to have a Zoom link that's in Team Unite. And basically, Desiree and I will be on those days and those times. We're just going to be working, but if you need to plop in there and ask a question, or you have something that you're working on, or you have a concern or an objection, or you just have something about your business that you're like, I need some mentorship right now, you know that we will be on there at that day and that time, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 1 p.m. Eastern. And we will they're not going to be recorded. We're just going to be sitting there. We're working. But if somebody chimes in, that is for you to be there. We'll be there for 45 minutes on those days and those times for you to ask whatever you need. We want you to feel like you have us at a certain time, at a certain point. We want to help you build your businesses, and we want you guys to utilize the shit out of this team. Every tool, every content that we're coming up with. So we're going to be doing a lot of things. I'm just going to give you that one little dose, and then I'll give you a little bit more later so you can understand a little bit more. So we will have these break rooms every month in Team Unite for you to just know, like, oh, I know Des and Stacy are there Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1 p.m. Let me get on that Zoom link. Let me ask that question that I had about that one thing. Let me ask about qualifications for this. How do I get to my diamond? Let me ask them that. And that's what we're there for, okay? We want you to take ownership in your business, but we want you to be there to utilize us, okay? So tonight is a really important call. This call is about inviting. This call is about follow-ups. This call is about being a Success Club ninja, right? And what does that mean? You might not feel so ninja-like right now, right? You might be going like, and we can do this in the chat here. How many of you feel like you're having a ton of interaction, a ton of inviting, but you're getting crickets? You're getting ghosting. You're getting not interested, right? Or I don't think I can do this, or it's expensive. You're getting objections, right? If you are getting those things, I want you to comment below in the chat that you are, and I want you to also comment in the chat what it is that you're getting. Because the more you share, the more we can help, okay? So the first thing that I want to talk to you guys tonight about is inviting, okay? Inviting is super, super, super important, because here's the deal. Inviting, I want you to change the script. I don't want you to say that you're inviting. I want you to say on those days that you're connecting. It is your connection day, right? It is your day to start a connection. Now, when I have a connection day, it's not my invite day. Little trick there. The inviting day is the connection day, right? Here's what I do, and I want you guys to utilize this system a little bit. I want you guys to take whoever you're going to be inviting for this week, right? You want to be inviting from everybody who messaged on your posts the week before or your Facebook stories. Here's the catch about the stories, you guys. Those stories, use them, because here's the deal. Those people on your Facebook stories and your Instagram stories, pretend those are your people that bought VIP tickets to your concert. Those people that are on your stories and on your Instagram stories have bought the VIP front row seat to you. Those are your most valuable players in this ball game, because those people are purposefully putting your name in a search and watching you. They are fascinated by you. They are intrigued by you. And what you're going to show them is consistency, that you're working out. You're going to show them relatability, and you're going to show them that Beachbody tracker that you're working. So Des, can we plop the tracker in here just so they can have that spreadsheet? I want to make sure they have it. You guys, that tracker sheet, that's where you need to build your business momentum. That tracker is your Bible. And that tracker shows you everything to do. So here's the coolest thing. If you're not using the tracker, guess what we just showed you? We just gave you the blueprint to start that movement. That's going to be solution number 1 to creating Success Club to be a ninja, is that tracker. I use it every single week since I've started. Okay, every single week. And the more you learn to build and check off those check boxes every day, you're going to kill it. You're going to kill it, right? So stories are your VIP people, okay? You've got to be writing their names down. Get a piece of paper out, because that goes away in 24 hours. So if you're at a ball game and you're like, oh my God, there's 200 people that just saw my stuff, and you put your phone down and 2 hours go by and that was on the 22nd hour, they're gone. You lost them. And then all of a sudden you look back, you're like, oh my God, I only have 30 now. What happened to the 200, right? Don't miss the boat. So carry a journal with you, a piece of paper with you. I literally carry paper with me all of the time. And if I have 100 people, I'm going to pause whatever I'm doing and I'm going to get to that ASAP. I'm going to pay attention to what hour it was, right? And I'll go, okay, I have an hour left. I've got to get to this thing like now, like right now. And I make a list, and you bet your bottom dollar, those people I'm going to be connecting to for my connection. And guess what I get to connect with them about? Anything that I put on my Facebook story, because they've been watching me. So if you're not really sure what to say, like I always do Solitude Sundays. I talk about getting off social media. I talk about putting down your phone, right? Getting off grid. And people are intrigued by that. So what do I do on that Monday? Hey, Hillary, it's Stace. Did you try Solitude Sunday? Oh my God, it was freaking amazing. I don't know why I didn't start this sooner, but a friend of mine brought this up as a suggestion, and literally putting my phone away to sit and be fully present with my kids. I didn't really realize how unpresent I was. Do you relate to that at all? Right? 1, you gave them value. Try this. 2, it has nothing to do about programs. It has nothing to do with you don't go in there with that. That's the connection, right? So that's where you start that. So you know that if they're on there and you did whatever on that post, talk to them about that and ask a form of a question so they can try to answer back. Okay? That's super important. Super friendly, super humble, right? Like, hey girl, like, did you try Solitude Sunday? It's really amazing. I didn't realize how unpresent I was, but I'm getting more and more momentum into not being on social media on Sundays. Have you ever done that before? Do you find yourself stressed out? Like, get those questions going. That's your connection day. Now, if they're not on stories and they've done a post, you've done a post, write those names down under that post. Like, okay, you go food posts, right? And you write down those people's names that were on Monday. Tuesday, you had a transformation post. You write down those people on Tuesday. Now you have something specific to talk to them about, right? Something very specific. Make sure in your post you're giving value. Make sure on your post you're not just Beachbody. Don't do that. I made the hugest mistake of posting pictures from Beachbody 411. I made them, and they're not even mistakes. They're growing stepping stones, you guys. So don't even I don't even want to say that because I'm still in it. So something happened from it, right? Because I evolved from it. If you are getting no likes on posts, 0, do not keep doing the same post. Throw it away. It will create frustration. You are building your way out of it, right? So just know that if it's not working, you go back and look and go, that didn't work. Oh my God, that post worked. Wait a minute. What day was that? That was a Monday. Okay, what time was that? That was at 5 p.m. I'm going to do another Monday post at 5 p.m. with that kind of content, right? Your week before is your blueprint for success. And Desiree just put into the comments over here the business activity tracker for you to download. This is what we use, you guys. This is what I'm using to get to 2-star. If you're wondering what the secret sauce is, there ain't any. It's just consistency in the tracker. That's all it is, okay? So now that you can have that invite strategy, do you guys understand the connection piece? Do you guys now see how much more comfortable it can be, right? And then I want to comment in the comments real quickly. When you follow up, how many days later do you follow up? Because I'm curious. How many days is it that you follow back up with? Because I'll tell you, if it's more than 4, and see that rhymes, if it's more than 4, they're out the door. Okay? So more than 4 days, they start to forget, right? So you want to be connecting, forming a question. Obviously, your page will have something healthy, something of value, something to think upon, right? Something to give. And then you want to roll into an invite. I usually roll it into, like, here's what I'm doing right now. 30-day breakaway is amazing right now. Use it. Here's the deal. Everybody here has a sample workout, right? If you sample it yourself, you can give an honest opinion about it, right? And here's what my follow-up looked like right now. Because I did a connection. I did talk about Solitude Sunday, right? So now my connection, my follow-up is going to be like, hey, Hillary, I almost forgot to tell you, I'm looking for some women to sample a new program that's launching. I would love if I could drop this to you and just kind of get your feedback on it. Are you willing to be a sample test group member for me? Number 1, that's an honor. Number 2, they're like, oh my God, seriously? She wants me to do that, right? That's my follow-up, right? That's not even an invite yet, right? But that's my follow-up, right? And if they don't respond, I'm going to follow back up with them again, right? In another 3 to 4 days. Hey girl, I know you saw my messages. That's what I love to say. Hey girl, I know you saw my messages and I know life just totally like gets us by. We're super busy with this whole online learning, but I still want to drop that sample to you. And I definitely want to invite you into our online community. Have you ever been on a wellness journey before? The accountability has been a game changer for me since COVID, right? Talk relatability to them, right? But here's the other thing too about follow-ups. Try not to be forceful, because then when you're forceful, because I love some blunt love. Y'all know me, I love some blunt love. But there's a place and a time to give it, right? Maybe they've been on the fence for a really long time and you know you've been dancing with them back and forth. When I give not tough love, but when I give that boom, it's always in a voice. It's never in a text. And here's the reason why. I've noticed people read between the lines and they get mad at me. I have asked them, I'm like, did I upset you? And they're like, well, you were a little forceful. And I'm like, that wasn't my intention. So I realize they're reading in between the lines, but when they hear my voice and I break out my sincerity, then they hear that it's very different. I could say the same thing that I wrote and it's completely different. Okay. So come from that place. The other thing too, you guys, is that if you keep getting ghosted, please know that they are going and looking at you, because you don't know, even if they don't like your post or comment on it, it doesn't mean they're not in the search looking at you. Because I can tell you that's happening. And I can tell you you're watering a beautiful seed that's not there yet. So there's these buckets, right? So there's a not yet bucket, a getting there bucket, a bold love bucket, and like create these bucket systems. And maybe Desiree, we can come up with these bucket systems, because then you can realize where they're at and put them in the bucket. Does that make sense? Does that make sense, you guys? Let's unmute for a little bit real quickly. I want everybody to share, like, where are you with invites? What's working for you? What's not working for you? So we can really, I want you guys to share, and I want you guys to know that you guys need to be inviting on day one, whatever that connection day is, and whatever you want to drop the invite, however you want to drop the invite, it should not be more than in 3 to 4 days. If you're waiting past 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, it just creates a little too much more. It's too far behind. But we also have objections in here too. And objections are your solutions that you go create on Facebook as solutions. Like, I remember when I couldn't afford blah, 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 blah. I remember when I thought I couldn't afford, but you know what it is? What I really couldn't afford was staying angry, right? Solve the problem with your truth. You know what I mean? So think about things like that. Does anybody want to share what's working for them? Because I think that's where we really need to unmute you guys, and you guys are all, we're all leaders. So let's unmute. Let's leader up real quick. What's working for you right now? What's needing help from the team right now? Because we're all in this for the money. So, and we're all in it to build the business. So what is it right now? Let's unmute and let's share. Anybody? Guys, this is your time, literally. This is your time. So I'll go over some things if anybody doesn't want to go until people will unmute. So here's what I know. My team members messaged me in a text, and let's see here. Ghosting is a big one, right? So ghosting is a beautiful thing, because ghosting means they're looking at you. That means nothing. It doesn't mean you're bad at your job. It doesn't mean you have inconvenienced them. It doesn't mean you have pissed them off. It doesn't mean anything. I'm gonna tell you this. Here's the thing. When you get ghosted, you're probably blaming yourself on something, and you start to go internal. I want you to immediately say 3 things that have nothing to do with you, why they ghosted you. Immediately. They're in the bathroom, they're having an argument with their husband, and they looked at their phone, but they're in the grocery checkout line grabbing their groceries. Boom. There's 3 reasons that it has nothing to do with you. Okay. And that's usually what happens. Okay. I will invite until you tell me stop inviting me. I will. I'm just going to keep inviting you. And if they unfollow me or they say stop, then that's when I stop. Right. I don't care, but I also don't say it negatively or rudely, but I keep that mentality. So ghosting is a beautiful thing. I don't think it's a negative. I think it's a great positive, because they want to come see you. And if you need a line to get them to talk, and you saw that little ball drop, you can say, hey girl, I'm so thankful that you saw my messages. Sometimes I get really worried that I'm reaching out or I'm being super annoying, and I hate that feeling. Just let me know that you got my other message. How's your day going? Right? Just give me a little peace of mind, right? Like, that's all it is. And you can say, like, the last thing I want, God, I hope I'm not annoying you, like, or whatever. Like, get the wall. Your job is to get the wall to come down for them. So use whatever you can. And I always say, I don't use any other line. Des, do you? I always say, like, hey girl, I see that you saw my messages. I know life can get super busy. I also hope that I'm not annoying you. What did you think of my invite? I really want you to, like, come and join us. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. And I was putting some stuff in the chat too, that you guys can look at or copy and take too, that just some examples, because so listen, I've been in the business for 6 years. September and November are crappy months. They just are. And Melanie Mitro just said this last Friday on a team call I was on with her. She said the exact same thing. She's a top coach. September, November, they're just crappy. But that doesn't mean you can't help anyone. If you're, and I've been feeling it this month too. I'm like, man, this month sucks. If you're not getting results, I don't care. I don't care if you're selling a challenge pack or you're doing BOD, do the quarterly BOD, do clean week. I sold a clean week today and helped a lady. I said, just do this to get you started and in the door. Anything you're doing is helping somebody. If nothing's working, change what you're doing. You have to change your messages. Maybe you're texting, go to voice. If you're voicing, maybe go to text, like go back and forth, change your wording. You just always have to be looking at what can you change, because if we're doing the same thing over and it's not working, you know something's got to change. Also, if you're talking, I saw in the chat, if you're talking to the same people over and over, you have to, oh no, that was me. Let's see, can't afford, I'll get the answers. The same people I reached out to them already. You've got to add new people to your contact list daily. And Stacy went live in our team page about this today. First of all, you have to be willing to set your Facebook profile to public so you can add new people. That's just something you got to do if you want to grow your business. Same thing with Instagram. So you always have to be adding new people to your friends list. And I always share, because we all start the business at day one. When I started, I had 214 friends on Facebook. Not very many. And they were pretty much all family and like, you know, my childhood friends. And we all know that those are the people that don't join us. So I just friended people daily. So go to your contacts, friends that are mutual friends, look to see if they are someone you want to have a relationship with, that you want to have in your business. We will never, ever, ever run out of people to invite. So if you're talking to the same people over and over, you're not adding enough people to your contact list. And that just takes time. I mean, we all start at the beginning, so don't worry about that. That just takes time. Over time, you're going to build, your friends list, and that's what we're doing. So
also too, Des, so the things that my coaches were saying, like Sharona was saying, like, my issue is following up. I send a ton of invites, then late on my follow-ups, finding balance with school and schooling 3 kids. So I think right now too, like, we're all in a season of, plot twist, guys, right? And we're going to get so many more. The big thing is, it's that discipline, right? Like, we get up and we work out every day. There really isn't a magic trick to this, but you have to be intentional about that discipline of your why you grow this business, right? Now, have I been completely on my A game? No. But you know what's really cool? If you're not there yet, I already hit Success Club because I built that momentum moons ago at Wegmans. See what I'm saying? Like, so if you're like, well, I'm not there yet, then get excited, because you're like, that's where I need to go. But I also know that I got to get hustling again, because I can't keep that up, right? I've built over time that, I guess, cushion in a way, that just kind of happened and evolved. Listen, you guys, it's just as simple as this. Do not overcomplicate your goals. Do not overcomplicate this situation. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I know everybody here is tired. We're all tired. We are moms. We are trying to get everybody's shit together and our own. And let me tell you this too, side note, this has nothing to do with the tracker. If you are not asking for help in your house, now is your time to ask for help. If no one will help you, then go hire the help, okay? Because you cannot do it all. You will not do it all. You will burn out. And this is where champions are made in the 4th quarter. I literally just woke up. Like, I felt like from August 15th until September 15th, I was in a freaking fog, right? figuring out online learning, talking to IEP teachers, talking to homeroom teachers, right? Trying to figure it all out. It's a puzzle piece, y'all. It is a puzzle piece, and I get it. So I don't want you to think there is no secret sauces, but here's the deal. If it's not working, you've got to try something different, or you're going to quit. And let me tell you something, that credit card debt that you have, that Christmas that you want paid for, don't you dare quit on those goals. Don't you dare. I want to get out of whatever your situation is. Don't you dare allow time to that time is a thief, y'all. Time is a thief of joy. And you all know it. We all know it. We all know it, right? So I kind of had a little come to Jesus moment the other day, and I was like, you better snap out of it, Shiflet, right? Snap out of it. Back in the game. Back in the game. And you know what I did? I pulled out the tracker. That's all it is. That's your secret sauce. Pull out that damn tracker and check off the boxes. That will make you feel like you're running your business, because you are, right? You are. And if nothing is working, it's not a defeat. It's just a beacon of light saying, change the sale. Change the sale. You know that if you're not working the tracker, now you got to change the sale to working the tracker, right? If you're not using your stories, now you're going to start posting on your stories, right? We have a blueprint. So you need to go take this tracker tonight, get a blank one, print it out, and have a come to Jesus moment with yourself and highlight in one color all the things that you do consistently on that tracker. And then take another highlighter and highlight all the things that you do inconsistently, right? And then for tomorrow, you're going to add 2 more of those non-consistencies into your consistency bucket. Does that make sense? And then you're going to keep doing that. All you have to, guys, listen, I'm going to take you to a little story really quickly. I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. When I started my hairdressing business, this is no different than your Beachbody business. I started with 0. I started with watching people who were rocking it and killing it. And you know what I kept saying? I'm never going to be like them. I'm never going to have a book like that. I'm never going to do that, right? Then I had my first client and I was scared out of my mind. And guess what happened with that first client? She left me because I cut her hair too damn short, right? Can we relate to this in like some Beachbody manner? Like, I feel like we really can, right? You got to keep stepping up to the chair and you got to keep showing up. And every day, let me tell you, I slept in the kitchen a lot. But I got up, and you know what I did on the days that I had nobody? I folded towels. I swept. I talked to the shampoo girl. I talked to those senior stylists and asked what their technique was. I utilized that time. And you know what I did? You know what the secret sauce was? Ready? I showed up. I was starting to be seen. I was walking around the floor instead of being in the kitchen. So that was step 1. So your first step into your business is to be seen and Team Unite, right? Step 2 is to get that tracker out and show up every day behind your chair and start getting those clients, but you're checking off the check boxes, right? Does that make sense? Can you guys relate to that a little bit, right? And before you know it, you're not going to even need the tracker. You're still going to use it. And boom, you're going to have a business. You're going to blink your eye. You're like, holy shit, how did that happen? One thing, you showed up no matter what. That's the secret. That is the secret. Sharona.
I just wanted to, because I saw a huge difference. Okay. So like, I struggled when COVID hit. Like I struggled for a couple months trying to find my balance again. And then it's like, I found it and then I hit diamond. I made $500. I mean, like, you know, like what I've made so much more money this year than I did like the last year. But like I had a $500 month in June. I had a $500 month in July. And then August was like hardly anything. And then again in September. But you know why? Because I'm looking around and I'm at a balance again. My space that I had has stuff stacked all over it. My kids are home. My kid is screaming all day. I'm starting a new business and getting clientele for that business while I'm trying to hire someone to fill my job at my office job. My mother-in-law may have cancer again. I'm her caregiver. So I'm sitting here and I'm looking, and I know it can be done because I did it. I got wobbly. I found my balance. I kicked butt for those months. And then for some reason, I got out of balance and I put myself on the back burner. And what happened? I
Your
still have
business went on the back burner.
my clients that I'm there for, but I put everything else that I think I can't handle on that back burner, which for some reason always resorts down to that tracker. And then like my space downstairs, like my office, I worked so hard at the beginning of the year to organize it and to make it my Beachbody zone. It's full of papers because I just stacked things down there, because if I don't see it upstairs, it's not there. And so I'm rebalancing stuff again, and it sucks, but it has to be done because I know what this business can do when you focus. And even I'm sitting here thinking that even when I thought I didn't have time, because I had just had a conversation with you about not having time, and then I hit diamond. But it was because I was doing little things like inviting on the toilet, like sitting there, sending invites while I'm on the toilet, or, just little things throughout the day. And then I think about August, and I was so stressed out that I didn't hardly do jack. And that's me owning my accountability, but it shows, because when you don't do jack, you don't get jack. When you put a little bit in, you get a little bit back. And the more you put in, you get more back. And I can see it. I'm a wobbly diamond. I'm a diamond, but it's because I had to find my balance again. And when I don't check in, that goes right back to my past of not seeing stuff. If I don't see it, it doesn't exist in my world. And that is something that I really have to face, especially when it comes to this business. So I think once I find my balance, and this is for everybody, finding your balance in your schedule and sticking to it and having some sort of an office hour for your Beachbody business is so important. So anyways, that's what
I love that. And it's so true, you guys. And you just need to know this. Hear me out on this, you guys. We are all stressed out, but we all have those goals that we talked about. I will lift my eyelids up to work a tracker. I really will. And you know what, too, you guys? Don't always be so hard on yourself either. You got to rest to run. You have to rest to run. So if you know you need to do some invites and your goal was 20 today, do 10. You got to make yourself those non-negotiables. It's got to be a non-negotiable item. And it's going to it's hard, y'all. It's hard. It's hard to build freedom, right? It's hard to build breathing room into our lives. But I'd rather be working hard, breathing room, and than staying hard. Like, I don't want that shit. I don't want it. I do not want it. And you know what? We are in control. So we got to be back in the game. Who gives a shit if you're getting ghosted? Who gives a shit? Like, who cares? Get back. Invite, connect, follow up. But more importantly, too, let me say this too. If you are not giving your all in your challenge group, you've got to start there. Got to start there. Okay. And then build from that. I know we're all in the season of hard, but you know what, y'all? You know what's so great about being hard? It's going to get if we just lean in together like we are tonight. Oh God. Like, I love to know that everybody's in a hard place right now, because guess what? Doesn't that make you feel better? It just makes you feel better. It's like, oh shit, I'm not really alone. That was a mind trick game that I just played on myself. Now I'm going to wake up, right? So let's wake up. Let's get back into the game. Simplify your shit and please work the tracker. That's it. Work the tracker. That's it. But what we want is we want you guys to be mad crazy involved in Team Unite. We need your leadership too. Like Sharona, like that was amazing. You come live and share whatever you want in Team Unite. Like, guys, nobody is the leader except for all of us. Like, that's it. Right? But we build together, because remember, there's that beautiful thing called team volume. And here's the other thing too. I can't go to bed not knowing I didn't help you guys tonight. I feel so bad knowing that I won't help. I want to help build y'all's freedom. And that helps me kind of get back into the game too, when you stop making it about yourself. because I want people to help me and I want to help them. It's just a two-way street, And don't overthink messages. Don't overthink anything. You're changing somebody's life at the end of the day. We'll give you some tactical tactics here. We gave some here. Desiree shot them in here in the thing. This call is recorded. But at the end of the day, guys, here's how simple and here's how cool the business is. If you work your tracker and you keep working your tracker and you build upon that, you're going to master from being somebody who walks in the salon with no clients to somebody who's folding towels to somebody who is assisting on a haircut to doing your own and building your own and then having your own studio. I just want to see what keep going looks like. That's it. So like, see how much easier it is? Like, I just want to see what keep going looks like. But remember, if it ain't working, let it go, because you're going to drive your shit insane. And then you're like, it's not working. I'm not meant for the business. I'm out. Yes, you are. And your goals are meant to drive it home. Your goals are still there. Remember, most of us have jobs to pay for our wages. We don't have jobs to pay for our dreams and our freedom. Most of us don't. And some of us have jobs that are barely paying for our wages. That right there needs to be engine running enough, because I want to help you do that. I want to help you build that freedom. And I want you to help me build my freedom, because we all are looking for it. And so we love you guys. And you can be a Success Club ninja. Just work that tracker. Connect with them first. We taught you to look back at your things. Start building the tracker first. Build that engine. Invites come, right? They come from being consistent. So like she said, don't overthink. And we hope this helped you. We hope this served you. But more importantly, we hope that it gave you the energy that you need to re-energize and put those new batteries into the Energizer Bunny and go. And go. Set your your dreams on fire. I'm tired too, y'all, but we got to wake up. We got to get going, because this is the fourth quarter. Champions are made in the fourth quarter. We love you guys, okay? We're here for you. Team Unite is here for you. We love you. This call is recorded. Have a wonderful night. Des, anything else, girl? Are we good?
We're good.
All right.
You guys are worth everything. So just always remember that. Your family's worth it. Your dreams are worth it.
Yep.
It's not worth it to quit. So just when it's getting tough, like it's tough right now for all of us, just remember you are worth it.
Amen. All right, guys. Good night. Sleep tight. See you in the morning.